Hey there, Grumpy Old Fart here. I'm doing an addendum to the Giza Plateau underground structure video that I did. This is a little irritating. Before I get into this though, if you enjoy my content, it would really help me out if you could hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, share my content on all of your social media platforms, and post a comment or two. Remember, I welcome your comments, even if you disagree with me. And if you enjoy a good book, check out my author page on Amazon.com. My pen name is H.L. Anderson. You can find all of my books there, including the role-playing game, the tabletop role-playing game, Outlaw Trails, which I do a lot of videos on my channel about that. Go check it out. Hope you get it and hope you enjoy it. All right. The Giza Kerfuffle. I did a video a few weeks ago about the underground structures which were allegedly found sprawling under the Giza Plateau. These structures were said to connect all three of the Giza pyramids with a multi-level complex large enough to house 60,000 people or more. Go and check that video out. Now, I stand by that video. Given the information available to all of us all across the world at that time, the video is as legitimate and trustworthy as I could make it, so I stand by that video. Here's the problem. Mainstream scientists are now calling the findings of the original team into question. This is getting ridiculous, people. It really is. If the original team perpetrated a hoax for whatever reason, fine, I get that. They're ruining their own reputation and their own careers. But fine, it's a hoax. I get that. If the original team are incompetent boobs, fine, I get that. They shouldn't be scientists. Somebody should have found that out long before they were published. But if they are genuine and know what they're doing, then mainstream science is perpetrating another cover-up. It's possible that the Egyptian government is still trying to hide whatever's under the world's most famous ancient site. But what would they have to gain from that? Honestly, a structure like that would bring in even more tourism, which would bolster their treasury. I don't, it would boost their economy. I don't understand why the government, the Egyptian government, would be against this. However, you never know. Maybe they have another reason. I don't know. All we know is what we read in the newspapers and in magazines and like that. And if the people in the newspapers and magazines feel that it's true, they print it, or at least that's what it should be. That's not going on nowadays. But we read it and think, well, because it's in print, it's true. We read newspaper articles. Well, they must have verified the stuff, right? Well, here we go. People keep telling us to trust the science. Well, science told us that there was a massive complex under the Giza Plateau, and now they're saying it's not so. How can we trust science? Science told us that eggs were bad for us because of the cholesterol. Well, now science says to eat more eggs. Science told us that going vegan makes people lose weight. Now science is saying go carnivore to lose weight. Science told us that sit-ups trim your belly, and now science says that crunches do, and sit-ups give you big hips. Science told us that certain medicines were safe and effective, but now we're finding that these specific medicines are more deadly than the illness they were meant to fight. Science said that human civilization started after the Ice Age, about 11,600 years ago. Time after time, sites and artifacts are found which predate the 12,000-year time frame. You simply cannot have it both ways. Science told us that the inhabitants of North America originally came across the Bering Sea, the Bering Straits up there at the end of the Ice Age. Well, now they're finding footprints in New Mexico that predate, they're like 20,000 years old. Well, that's 8,000 years or so before the end of the Ice Age. They're finding structures in South America, Central and South America, that far predate that. What this boils down to is that we were told one thing by scientists, and now other scientists are telling us something different. And both can't be true. If you're told oranges are good and then you're told apples are good, that could both be true. But one guy's saying oranges are good, the other guy's saying oranges are bad. You can't have it both ways. Both of those cannot be true. How are we to trust the science when science contradicts itself? Science needs to figure out what the fuck is going on before they tell us this shit. Science needs to get its head out of its ass and make up their fucking minds. I hope this finds everybody well. You folks have a good one. God bless one and all.